Okay, we can start by sitting up nice and straight in our seat. If you like, you can close the eyes and really get comfortable. Try to only be focused on the present moment, the here and the now. Allow your body to just feel the sense of space. Notice the sounds going on around you. Continue to breathe in and out. If you like, you can close the eyes. Gently, just tuning in to the way you feel. Relax the body, relax the shoulders, relax the legs, the thighs, the knees. Allow your feet to melt down into the ground beneath you. And as you wiggle your toes, really feel the way the ground supports you. Notice the sense of trust that you have, that the ground is there. And see if you can just focus on that trust for a moment. Noticing how it feels, its texture, the imagery around it. And start to breathe into that. Breathe into that sense of trust. Allow your breath to come all the way down to the ground. And for the next 10 breath cycles, just start to be in the space of breathing and trusting. If your mind wanders at any time, just bring it back with the breath. And while you're doing that, I'm going to ring the singing bowl. Continue to stay steady and focused on the breath. Take about another 2 breath cycles. And bring your full attention and awareness to your feet. Or to just notice the feet. With each breath, allow the trust to be there, that you're able and aware about your feet. You're able to be aware about your feet, the full length of the feet. And just trust that your breath will make it there without having to force it, without having to do anything else but just breathe as you naturally do. Or start to come up now from the feet to the ankles and feel the full length of the ankle. Try to focus only here on the ankle using the sense of trust in your practice while you do it. And inhale, breathing in. Exhale, trust. And then to bring your awareness now up to the lower part of the legs, from the ankles up to the knees. Notice the full length of the leg and continue to breathe in, trusting that the breath will reach there and that you can be focused on the legs, the lower legs. Nothing to do and nowhere to go but to trust the breath and your body. And really see if you can clear out your mind completely of everything else. Really try to separate those thoughts for right now, just for this moment. Try to just commit to being focused on the legs and the breath. We're going to come up now from the knees, from the lower legs to the knees, and from the knees to the thighs. Allow your awareness to travel around the thighs like a spiral and really feel your thighs. Notice your knees and that joint area that connects the lower leg to the thigh, and just see if you can really get a sense of how that works. Knowing that you trust your knee to support your thighs and your legs. Every time you walk, you probably don't even think twice about it. See if you can just bring the sense of trust into the present moment, continuing to keep your awareness here on the thighs and the knees. We're going to start to bring our awareness now up from our thighs to our hips. And feel the fullness of our hips from our left to our right. Allow your pelvic bowl to also come into this awareness as you breathe in. The lowest part of your belly would maybe push forward just a little bit, and see if you can just connect to that. Noticing how your breath comes down through the body and it can connect here to the space and actually impact it, making it move forward and back. And see if this breath has any impact on your hips. If there's any expansion and contraction. Breathing in and out. Again, be trusting that the breath will guide you to the sense of awareness. Being fully present. We're going to start to bring our awareness now up to our belly, the upper belly, from the pelvic bowl now to the windpipe, and also the back body, the lower back. Notice how each inhale and exhale impacts the belly. And trust that the breath is there, the same way that you trust in your legs to help you walk and the ground beneath you to support you. Trust that the breath will make its rotation. It will cycle around. And that's all. Nothing else and nothing less to trust. And just the fact that the breath will cycle through the body and it's going to come to the belly here. And you can know that's true by maybe even placing your hands on your belly. You can feel the rise and the fall of the breath. And for the next 5 breath cycles, see if you can just be completely one with the rise and the fall of the breath. Body, senses, breath. And use your intention to help you do this. And as you come to your last breath, you can drop your hands back down by your side. We're going to now bring our awareness out up from the windpipe to our chest, our shoulders, the back body. Even notice the sides of the body where the rib cage is and supports the chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And just trust that the breath is going to do its job, and each breath has its own sense of responsibility, and that each time the breath comes in, that it's gonna go out. You're gonna breathe in, and then you're gonna breathe out. And you can notice this by maybe even placing a hand on your chest or your heart. And as you breathe in, feel the rise of the chest. And as you exhale, feel it decompress. Try to pay more attention to the rise and the fall of the body than the breath. Just trust that the breath is there for you. Experiencing it, truly understanding that you are here now as a whole person. Allow your senses and the body, that physical sensation, to just be prominent as you breathe in and out. trusting the breath moment by moment. And take about another 3 breath cycles here as you continue to just truly embrace that, or truly look into trust, the sense of trust. You can allow the hands to drop down by the sides if they were up on the heart. We're going to bring our awareness now from our shoulders down our arms, our elbows, our wrists, into our fingertips. Allow the breath to travel from the tops of the arms down into the fingertips, and just trust that each part of the body here on the arm is right where it's supposed to be, and it feels just as it's supposed to be. Notice its full length as a limb. It's lanky, maybe, compared to other body parts, which are more solid. Notice its shape. Notice how the arm actually changes shape from the shoulders down the biceps and the triceps, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, all the way to the fingertips, which even change shape from finger to finger, noticing the pinky, the ring finger, the middle finger, the index finger, and the thumb, the palm of the hand, the top of the knuckles. And just for a moment, feel this and trust it, that it's just as it's supposed to be. And then allow your breath to travel in this space to help you stay aware and focus with a sense of trust. Trusting in the elbows and the wrist and the fingertips, that these all help the arms to move and to be efficient and to serve you throughout your day, to serve you for your purpose. And see if you can just trust in that for the next 5 breath cycles, using the breath to be intentional to help you stay focused. We're going to bring our awareness now from our fingertips to our shoulders, back up towards our throat. Feel the breath rush down through the throat body. And just trust that each breath comes through the throat and the neck as it's supposed to. Nothing more, nothing less. And see if you can be gentle here. And try not to fall into the trap of thoughts in this area. Try to just stay completely present with the body and the breath. Practicing trust through each breath cycle. And if you need to reconnect with that sense of trust, just think about something in the body that we trust, or think about the ground and the floor which supports you right now that you trust is there. So If at any time trust evades you for some reason, just come back to the sense of trust for one of those reasons, or anything else for that matter that helps you to trust. And we're going to continue to come up from the neck now to the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall away from the top of the mouth. Let the eyes be gentle. Let the mouth also be gentle, relaxed. See what happens when you bring your awareness with trust to your breath and focus on your face. See if that allows you to loosen up any part of your face. Sometimes we hold a lot of stuff inside and our faces get really squeezed and tense. Or when we're concentrating, we become very tense and focused and our face changes. See what happens now if we take on this ability to trust. And if that happens to change the experience at all for you, and change your physical features in any way. And allow the breath to fill the face, every single cell in the face body. With each breath of trust, you know that the breath is going to come in and be filled with oxygen. There's no doubt about it. And on every exhale, it's going to release things that no longer need to be in your body. You don't have to do anything for this to work, it just does. See if you can be trusting with your breath by staying focused on your face. Just being completely aware of it. No judgments, no thoughts, just completely present, concentrated and aware of your face. Your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, your lips, the ears, the cheeks, the forehead, the hairline. Maybe you can even draw a picture almost around your face and find that to be the area of focus for you, if that helps. Another 3 breath cycles here. We're going to start to come up now to the head. Follow the full head from around the hairline, from the nape of the neck, that upper part of the neck where the hair and the neck meet, all the way to the crown of the head. And really feel your crown. Imagine your crown. Imagine colors and brightness and light just shine from it. Just in that space of where your head is and this area that connects to the sky above. It's almost parallel to the sky above you. If you're sitting up nice and straight, you can really start to feel and embody this sense of trust and confidence. And allow that come all the way up to the crown of your head. And balance your crown there. Because if you're forward, it may tip off forward. And if you're back, it may tip off back. So you want to try to sit up as straight as possible and allow that crown to be there. And just trust that with you sitting up tall and straight, that it's going to stay right where it needs to stay. It's not going to fall. And continue to breathe, really embodying the sense of trust. And from the crown of your head now down to your feet, feel the sense of trust just radiate through the body. Again, connecting to the things which you trust, which you've been able to experience throughout this practice, and then allowing that to magnify so that you're only filled with trust each time you breathe in and out. And know to keep your crown on the head. You don't have to do anything else but just sit up straight. You don't need your shoulders up to your ears or anything like that. You don't need to be tense. You can just be relaxed and here and present now. And for the rest of this practice, we have a mantra. Inhale, I am breathing into my full body. Exhale, I trust myself. Inhale, breathing into my full body. Exhale, I trust myself. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, allow the trust to wash through the body without any question. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, trust. And while you continue with that directive for yourself, that mantra, eventually allow it to fade when you're ready, as long as you feel like you can hold it and really hold that sense of trust in your breath. And as I ring the singing bowl, you can sit here in this presence, listening to this external bowl. Just welcome your ears. You can meditate as long as you like. If you like to turn this video off and continue with the meditation, you can do so. Otherwise, we can begin to close class together. First off, start off by offering yourself a job well done. Really thanking yourself for being present and trusting yourself throughout this practice. And remember that this is a practice, so it takes practice. And the more you do it and the more you meditate, the more you'll be able to trust the breath and trust your awareness. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. You're doing just fine as you are. You can start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the hands, open the eyes, maybe even smile. Take a few breaths in and out to just really continue to feel this sense of trust. As you move on with the rest of your day, know that the breath is here, accessible to you anytime. I thank you so much for joining me, and namaste.